I think that the whispered campaign is that he was, because he was a company secretary, indeed a director of Rangers at one point, that he would be culpable and not in the full knowledge that, and I guess the suggestion is that he knew that the EBTs were being taken out, and they were taken out for reasons to evade tax, not to manage tax, but to evade tax.
Suggestions also that he benefited from.
And that is some. No, I don't think there is. What
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Are there suggestions that he benefited
from? If there are, I don't think if there are, I don't know about that. And he certainly, he wasn't involved in EBTs, if that's what you're suggesting.
Right, okay.
I assumed this was about his knowledge of what was happening with the players in a way to secure players that were high-profile players that would come to Ibrox for huge wages. I do not, to my knowledge, think that Campbell Ogilvie received EBTs, if that's what you're suggesting.
No, what I'm saying is that has been rumoured on various internet sites and all the rest of it. So that you're saying is not an issue. The buzzword of the day from David Murray was, "I was duped." You spoke to Campbell Ogilvie yesterday. He denied any involvement in EBT. Did he dupe you?
He didn't deny any involvement in EBT at all. Yesterday, Jim.
Did you not say last night on this programme that you had not benefited from it?
I said I thought, not he thought, I thought he had. I didn't know whether he had benefited or not. I now know that he has, and if I misled anyone, it wasn't Campbell Ogilvie who misled anyone, because I didn't ask him about that. And that was brought up in the wake of a conversation I had with him yesterday, in which he said more or less everything that is in that statement today, bar the issue of the EBTs. Now, Campbell Ogilvie was involved in the EBT scheme. I know exactly how much money he benefited it from, and I can tell you absolutely that Michael and Thomas spent more on a night out than he got in that, and it's not a huge sum of money, but he did involve himself. He was involved, and if I misled anyone last night, it was me and not Campbell Ogilvie who was doing that. And the question, if you recall the scenario, Jim, was I relayed the conversation I'd had with Campbell, and then was it via yourself or indeed an email, I was asked the question, had he benefited, and I said not to my knowledge. But it wasn't. He had not denied that to me yesterday. Absolutely not. Everything that was said in the statement today is more or less what I paraphrased from him yesterday. So he was aware of it. It was nothing illegal going on. It was an investment scheme that was being operated by a lot of companies throughout the land at the time. He was involved in one. I know exactly the sum of money. End of story. Really.
Well, check. They say today their lawyers are dealing with the investigation. They're investigating the matter, and they say if Rangers are found to have broken the rules, then either the SPL board, that six-man board, or an independent commission would have to deal with the matter.
Absolutely, and absolutely so they should. And on the matter, and I did say to yesterday that Campbell Ogilvie would be very happy to answer any questions put to him by any inquiry, be it the SPL, and indeed he stood back from the SFA investigation, not in terms of being asked, but in terms of him being at the front of the investigation party into Rangers. So he's happy to answer questions.